after a day of activity. I love to get out there and have a great day of activity, burn off some calories, enjoy yourself, have some fun, enjoy the Ottawa winter, and then sit down with a nice brew.
Absolutely.
Steve Beauchesne is here with me, Beau's Brewery. How are you?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You guys are celebrating New Year in a really cool way. You did a really cool contest.
Yes, we did. It was actually part of our Oktoberfest celebration. We had a homebrewers competition. So homebrewers from across Canada all submitted their entries. And it was for the members of Barley Mint Homebrew Group. And the winner, Patrick Boisvenue, got to design a batch of beer, which we are now releasing.
How fun is that for a home brewer to actually be able to say to his buddies, because everyone thinks their brew is so great, but he's right, his is great, and he said, well, mine's so great that a company picked it up and used it for a little while. Is this a limited time?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
It's one batch of beer, and this is one of the fun things that I think homebrewers learn is when you scale something up like this beer for a full-scale release, it's a lot of work.
No kidding. But it's fun for them to use real equipment.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
So he came in and consulted with your brewmaster, or? That's
right. He started with the recipe. We have to make sure that all of our recipes are certified organic, so we had to make a few adjustments.
Okay.
And then he worked with our brewmaster to make it also sort of scalable on a
Was he
large
happy
system.
with the end result?
Yeah, it's not as much alcohol, I think, as we were intending for.
Okay.
This again is the fun thing with homebrewing that doesn't always translate into the big scale. I'm thinking this time it did.
Right.
But this is a vanilla porter, and there's a ridiculous amount of vanilla in there. So him and his wife and a bunch of us spent literally hours chopping up pieces of vanilla and scraping out the insides.
Wow.
And on a homebrew system, it's, why not,
Of course, no big deal.
But
you're talking about, how many bottles are released in a single brew?
Well, we did one batch, which is about 7,000 liters.
Okay.
So a little bit less than 10,000 bottles, and then there's going to be a few kegs as well.
Wow.
Patrick's a curler as well, so...
yeah, I was going to ask you about the label. It's pretty cool.
He picked up some beer for his for his curling club the other day.
Burnt Rock.
Burnt Rock, yeah, it's
Perfect
a curling
name.
term. And it's a great wintertime beer. A nice black beer with some sweetness to it as well.
Okay.
Always goes well.
Look at that.
Look at that. And it's a really, really tasty one. And
smells delicious.
Yeah, it smells great. You get nice chocolate flavors from the malts, and then all that vanilla
helps,
in there.
Right?
Yeah, it's just a wonderful beer.
All right. Well,
Cheers.
let's get frothy.
Yeah.
Cheers to you. Wow.
Yeah.
So this has got a real personality, this beer.
Absolutely.
Is that one of the things you were looking for?
Yeah, Patrick really wanted the vanillas and the chocolates in there, and having a beer that's got that much flavor it's perfect for the colder, darker months.
And you know
of the
what?
winter.
If you were going to pair this with something, I might do like a really heavy red meat. Nice steak with this, or
a
that
stew.
Stew would be
great.
Perfect. You could even make stew
with
a bit of the brew.
There. Absolutely.
Look at us jamming. We're jamming right now, man. It's so good. All right.
Another thing you could do is just drop in a ball of vanilla ice cream in there, and you got dessert.
A beer malt?
Beer float.
Beer float, excuse me. Wow, nice. Okay, so, and tell me where I can get it. Since it's a limited run, I imagine, at the brewery? Yes,
you can get it at the brewery's retail store. There's going to be a few restaurants and pubs that have it around. And we've also got our home delivery service that's run by the charity Operation Come Home.
Yeah.
So you can go to our website and order it online. It gets delivered right to your door.
I love it. It's good stuff, and you know what? It's very unique. It's like I have to keep drinking it to discover what I'm tasting.
Pull out all the flavors. Yeah,
it's really great.
That's the best thing about beers like this is it's not all the first sip is exactly the same. You keep finding new things in it.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
And cheers to 2013 to you as well.
All right.
Bottoms up.
Cheers.